everyone. So today I would like to discuss this video that I saw or watched with Nicole Michelle in March 19th, 2024. It's How Men See Women. And, you know, her stuff is copyrighted, so I'm not going to show the chart and all of that stuff because I did not ask her permission to use her chart. But I'm going to talk about her chart. The YouTube influencer, her name is Nicole Michelle. She's been on YouTube, I don't know, 15 years now. And she broke down 4 different categories of the way men see women. There's the fun girl, friends with benefits. There's the girlfriend for now. She's good for now. And the third category is friends. She's a cool girl. And then there's the future wife. And she has it in inverted pyramid. So at the top, the highest category is friends with benefits. The fun girl. You have intimate relations. She makes him feel masculine and respected. And she is in his rotation. And then the next largest category, you remember this is an inverted pyramid. So friends with benefits, she's in his rotation. She's the fun girl. She has intimate relations, makes him feel masculine and respected. The next category is girlfriend, and she's good for now. She could be a long-term girlfriend or she could be a short-term girlfriend, but she's good for right now. The 2 largest categories at the top of the inverted pyramid are friends with benefits, the fun girl, and the girlfriend, short-term girlfriend or long-term girlfriend, but she's good for now. And then the third category, which is a smaller category, is the friend. Cool. She's a cool girl, and she's platonic. So we all know what platonic means. She's the friend. He could talk to her about anything, anyone, any woman woman he's interested in. She'll give her opinion. I have one male friend like that. And then at the bottom of the pyramid is the future wife. And she says there are only about 1 to 3 women in the man's lifetime, tops. 1 to 3 women tops in the man's lifetime that he would consider possibly his wife or possibly the one. Friends with benefits and girlfriends are the 2 largest categories, and the one that men group 95% of the women that they meet, or probably more than that. Those are the 2 largest categories. And then there's the friend, which is platonic. He has no interest in her. I'm thinking he might not like what she physically looks like. He sees her as his sister and things of that nature. And then the future wife, if that category is as small as she says, which I believe it is, then that would account for a lot of women being single their whole lives or not getting remarried when they want to. Okay, I am drinking carrot juice, okay? Doing some juice fasting every other day or so. So I wanted to talk about this. The first category, friends with benefits, which include sex, makes him feel masculine and respected. If we take out the sex part, you become his friend. If you take out the sex part, you become his friend, because girlfriend for now, long-term or short-term, and friends with benefits means there's sex involved. But if you take out the sex, you have jumped from friends with benefits to friend, platonic friend. And if you're his girlfriend for now, you take out the sex, you will move to friend, or you won't be in his life at all. When you stop sleeping with the man and he is used to getting it from you, you will see how much the relationship means to him and how much you mean to him when you remove it from as an option. And you know, that's what I advocate, removing it as an option. You will see how quickly you become friend or enemy or non-existent, invisible to him in his life when you stop sleeping with him. Because in his mind, he's like, well, what is she good for? What is she good for? And so, you know, in the first two categories, especially the friends with benefits, you are in the rotation, and men have always rotationally dated since the beginning of time. They've always rotationally dated. It's like in my generation, and maybe even, well, I don't know. I'll just speak for my generation. You know, we just grew up as women. We just grew up thinking that the man would be faithful. Like, his infidelity in our relation, in the relationship, was, we were just hoping that we would get a man and he would be faithful, period. And that the man over there was the one who was unfaithful. The man over there, or the guy over there. We talking about young, like in our 20s. So, you know, they become guys, and then eventually they become men. Oops. I'm sorry. So eventually they become men. So we just thought that they would just be faithful. So that is her breakdown of the categories, and it makes so much sense. And she said the first two are the largest categories. So when they meet you, they group you in those first two categories, especially the first two, because the first two involve sex, and that's what they want from you. And depending on how long it takes them to get it, it will depending on how long it takes them to get it and how much effort they're willing to put in, is where you will be ranked. You know, are you the A girl, the B girl, the C girl, or the D girl? And so then they start calling you accordingly. If you're like really somebody that he wants to be with, then he'll call regularly. He'll take you out on dates regularly. He will act like the perfect gentleman. If you're the B girl, you might get some of what the A girl looks like. If you're the C girl, you're not getting what the A and the B girl are getting. You're not going to get that. So you might not. So the A and the B girl will see him once a week on special days. So the A girl might see him on Saturday, and then the B girl might see him one day during the week. Let's say Friday. So the B girl is Friday, the A girl is Saturday, and then the C girl, she is fit in when he has the time, or she's like once every 2 weeks. And he's sending her text messages in between, and they're having a phone conversation maybe one time in 2 weeks. But most of his communication is by text messages. And if you're the D and E, you know, you might hear from him once a month, or once a month, and then he'll act like he talked to you yesterday. He'll act like he talked to you yesterday. And if you're possibly in the, you know, the future wife category, which she says only 1 to 3 women in his lifetime will be that one. And she said at a maximum, you know, tops, it's 1 to 3 women that could be possibly the one. And then I say, you know, they're still out there dating friends with benefits, girlfriend, and telling the cool girl or the platonic female friend about you, if you're in the future wife category, and his buddies. And, you know, they're probably discouraging him from doing that. Are you sure, man? You know, you were married before for 17 years and then it broke up, and you know how women are, and, you know, saying all the negative stuff. But, you know, a real man knows what he wants or doesn't want. And he's okay with whatever it is that he wants or doesn't want. But I just wanted to share that with you. And, you know, these 4 categories, they resonate with me. They ring true. And thank you, Nicole Michelle, for doing that video on the 4 categories of women that men have in their rotation, and sharing it with us, and sharing it with me through that video, and it makes complete sense. So again, it's friends with benefits, the largest category, girlfriends for long-term girlfriend or short-term girlfriend. Those are the 2 largest categories. And then there's the platonic friends, female friends. And then the last category, which is, this is a inverted pyramid. So the last category at the bottom or at the tip is the future wife, and possibly the one. And he has all manner of vetting and tricks and tests that he is doing to make sure that he's thinking that you're the one, and that you're passing and meeting these particular tests that he has and puts you through. Like, you know, I don't know what kind of test it could be. Let's see. Being inconsistent for a time period to see how you will respond. Deliberately flirting with a woman on a date while you're together to see how you will respond. Breaking dates with you maybe consecutively to see how you will respond. Anything to elicit an emotional response, because your calmness, your coolness, your laid backness, he doesn't believe. He's like, no, she's just like all the other women. She gonna lose it. She gonna start cussing and using profanity, being all emotional and everything. So he has to really test you to see if you're really that person that you are portraying yourself as. Is she really that calm and cool? Is she really that way? Or is she just faking it, faking the funk? So that's it about this with Nicole Michelle. Thank you. I've given credit where credit is due. And I'm going to try to find the video and put it in the description box so that you can really see in your own word, in her own words about these 4 categories. Oh, yes. I just looked at my notes a little further, and she has like the friends with benefits, which is about the sexual intimacy, makes them feel masculine and respected. Friends with benefits also has subcategories of the mistress, the sugar baby, and the side piece. So friends with benefits is broken down into the mistress, sugar baby, and side piece. And, you know, you can go through this cycle. One woman can go through these cycles and through these categories, but it's rare. So you can be you can be downgraded. So if you're the future wife, you can be downgraded to platonic, or you can be downgraded to girlfriend, short-term or long-term. Now, this is not something that he will discuss with you. He will just indicate it through his behavior, and you have to be on your P's and Q's about that. So you can be downgraded from possibly the one to the platonic friend. And I just say goodbye because I want marriage, and I got enough friends. That's all I got to say. I got enough friends. So you can be downgraded from the future wife to the platonic friend, or to the long-term or short-term girlfriend, or you can be downgraded to the biggest category, which is friends with benefits. And you will know where you stand by how he behaves toward you, if you are aware. Keyword, aware. You must be aware of his behavior. And you can't be in your own head about what's going on. You have to see it for what it is. See it for what it is. Yes, so I think I covered everything. I will link her video, try to find it and link it in the description. Oh, and I found more things. So anyway, I'm going to end the video there, and it's better if you hear it from her because I just condensed everything. If you want the long version, I'll link it, the video in the description, and then you can hear her. I think she goes on for like an hour, and I like to keep mine kind of short and sweet. So the Facebook group is called A Dating Playbook for Mature Women. If you are already on Facebook, send me a request to join the private group, or if you're not, email me at the hypergamousjourney@gmail.com, and I will send you a link, and I can be contacted at the hypergamousjourney@gmail.com if you want the free dating guide. Remember the Affirmation Journals on Amazon, and if you want to donate, I am at Buy Me a Coffee, and all of that is linked in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.